Planet Dolan.
From fruity flies to peanut butter jewels, we look at 8 true facts that sound totally made up. Hey there, I'm Hellbent. I'm here to learn you suspiciously amazing facts that I didn't just make up. Number 8. North Korea and Finland are super far apart, right? I mean, the home of black metal and darkness seems an entire world away from Kim Jong-un and his crazy Dennis Rodman loving ass. But technically, these countries are only separated by one country, the glorious land of Mother Russia. There are a heap of neighboring nations close by, but because of the way Russia curves around, there's only one nation between them. The distance is over 4,000 miles of Soviet goodness. So if North Korea was the balls and Finland was the anus, Russia would be the holy mother gooch that stood between them. That's right, if you massage Russia just right, North Korea will blow their load. I did not ad-lib any of that. Number 7. The average chocolate bar contains about 8 insect parts. That's cockroach legs, ant mandibles, and other appendages. Apparently, these contaminants are unavoidable because the bugs live on the farms where the coca beans are sourced. Stupid nature, making awesome stuff gross. Even worse, it turns out people who think they're allergic to chocolate might just be allergic to all the ground-up cockroaches in their Snickers. Thanks a lot, Cadbury. Get me addicted to your delicious goodness and force-feed me bug corpses, you sick fucks. Why don't I feed you some of my homemade pie, Sweeney Todd style? Wait, what am I thinking? You'd probably like that. This is probably fun for you. I just want chocolate that's just chocolate. Is that too much to ask? Number 6. If you remove a fruit fly's front legs, it makes it bisexual. That's right, we can make a fruit fly like the banana. Ooh, they're getting saucy with the puns. I like it. Fruit flies have sensory organs on their front legs, so they use them to figure out that what they're fucking is the right species and gender. Why they can't just use their giant eyes to figure this out is beyond me, but take away their front legs and they'll fuck anything. Oh man, this one's gonna piss off Stormfront and Tumblr at the same time. Awesome. Number 5. There's a continuous transparent wire around the edges of Manhattan and a bunch of other cities too. It's called an Irv and was originally used in Jewish people's backyards so that they could sit and enjoy their gardens on the Sabbath. This magical piece of wire turns public spaces into private ones. But people saw a loophole in God's logic and wanted to go get bagels and brunch on a Saturday without suffering his wrath. So they installed a giant wire around a bunch of different cities so that people could go wherever the fuck they wanted. The wire around Manhattan has been there for about 50 years and is maintained regularly. I'm sure when they die, God's gonna go up to him and say, "Wow, you made me look like a dumbass. Real good job getting around my rules." God loves it when you trick him. He never reacts badly to that. Number 4. Some particularly talented breeds of turtles can breathe through their butts. But technically their butts aren't quite butts. They're actually called cloaca. It's a one-stop shop. They pee, poop, mate, and lay eggs all out of one hole. Their cloacas also have ridges on them that allow oxygen in. What a deal. I wonder if they have some taste buds there too. There are a bunch of species of aquatic turtles that can take in oxygen through their butts. The Australian white-throated snapping turtle can get about 70% of his oxygen this way, whereas other species can only get about 20%. I'm pretty impressed. If I could breathe through my butt, I wouldn't have to pause between lines. Number 3. You're 3 times more likely to get a virus on your computer from a religious website than from a porn website. It's like the opposite of real life. You're much more likely to get a virus from a hooker than from going to church. Well, you know, depending on the church anyways. Old Betty takes out her false teeth and bam, she's a filthy girl. Anyways, it was found a few years ago that religious sites were being targeted more frequently and didn't have the safeguards in place that porn sites do. Though porn sites still had malware and nasty shit, it's just nowhere near as much as the site your grandma might be on. It's just like how statistically there are less STIs in the porn industry than in the general population. When you deal in sex in this millennium, you're safer. Number 2. Under extremely high pressure, diamonds can be made from peanut butter. Geophysicists in Germany have been working hard to mimic the conditions of the Earth's lower mantle. Because diamonds are carbon that's been forced into crystal form, they took peanut butter, which has loads of carbon, some high-pressure pistons, and a mega-hot furnace, and bam, Diamond City. But the scientists won't be quitting their day jobs anytime soon. Even a 3mm diamond would take weeks to create. So remember, next time you're chowing down on your PB&J, just think it could have been a diamond if your mouth was a high-pressure piston with a mega-hot furnace. Number 1. It rains diamonds on Jupiter and Saturn. On giant planets so gassy, you'd think it'd be raining nothing but black beans and chili. But it rains those jewels humans cherish so much. They aren't polished though, so you couldn't just chuck one on a ring and marry Beyonce. Let me explain. On Jupiter and Saturn, there's heaps of methane, aka fart gas, which lightning storms turn into soot. As the soot falls, it turns into graphite and then into rough diamonds. Just imagine if it rained diamonds here. That'd be terrifying. We'd have to live underground like some kind of horrible mole people, surviving on grubs, avoiding the sunlight, but we would be pretty styling with all our diamonds. Still, I'd rather it rained donuts. I used to wish it rained chocolate, but not anymore. No, wait, there's probably all sorts of bug parts in donuts. Nothing's good anymore! Bring on the diamonds! That's all for this countdown. But can you make up a fact that sounds true? Let us know in the comments and I'll see you next time.